I removed my wife from our car insurance, so I need to give some context before everyone loses their minds, because yeah, I know how that sounds. My wife Dana and I have been married for 6 years. We have 2 kids, 8 and 5, and for basically the entire marriage I've handled everything financial. Not because she can't, she's smart, she just never wanted to deal with it. I set up auto pay for the mortgage, I manage the retirement accounts, I handle the taxes. She's always said, "You're so much better at all that stuff," which I used to think was a compliment. About 4 months ago, I noticed our insurance premium jumped. Not a huge amount, but enough that I actually logged in and looked at the policy. That's when I saw a car I didn't recognize. A 2023 Hyundai Tucson, listed under Dana's name, covered under our family policy since March. We don't own a Hyundai Tucson. I sat with that for a minute. I genuinely thought it was a billing error. So I called the insurance company and the woman I talked to said the vehicle was added by Dana in March, paid for through our joint account, and had been on the policy for going on 5 months. I checked our bank statements that night after she went to bed. There were payments going back to February. A car loan, $47 a month, from an account I didn't know existed. I had to dig to find it. It was in her name only. She'd opened it 8 months ago. I didn't say anything right away. I know that probably sounds calculated, but honestly, I just needed to understand what I was looking at. I spent 3 days going through everything I could find. The loan was for $31,000. She'd put $4,000 down from that separate account. I found parking charges near her office for a spot she didn't need because her building has free parking. I found registration fees. I found an oil change receipt she'd shoved in the outside pocket of her gym bag. She'd bought herself a car and hadn't told me. When I finally brought it up, I kept it pretty simple. I just said, "Can you tell me about the Tucson?" She went completely still. Then she said she was going to tell me, that she'd been meaning to, that she just knew I'd make it a whole thing. I asked her what a whole thing meant. She said I always stress about money and she just wanted something of her own without the interrogation. I asked her if she thought a $31,000 loan was something she should be allowed to do without me knowing. She said it was her money from her job. I said her job's income is part of our household finances and she knows that. She started crying, which I'm not going to pretend that didn't affect me, but I kept going. I asked her how long she was planning to keep it a secret. She said she was going to bring it up once she'd had it for a while and I could see it wasn't a big deal. I said the car wasn't actually the issue. She looked at me. I said, "You opened a secret bank account. You took out a loan I didn't know about. You added a vehicle to our insurance without telling me. That's not a purchase, Dana. That's a pattern." She said I was being dramatic, that she has a right to privacy in a marriage. I asked her if she thought privacy meant hiding debt. She slept in the guest room that night, told me I was punishing her for wanting independence. 2 weeks later, I was back in the insurance portal adding the kids' dental, and I just sat there staring at the Tucson on the policy. I removed it. She can insure her secret car with her secret bank account. She's been driving it uninsured for 11 days because she didn't notice until she got a renewal notice in the mail addressed to only her.